Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a 2v2 from a patron of mine, a new Tier 2 patron of mine at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. He's a cool dude. I have no idea what player name he goes by. So we're going to see who we're going to root for on Reclamation Ladder Edition. Bottom side, it's Team Captain America, a Red Terran Bonzey. I think that's special, right? Special, an excellent Terran player from Mexico, and then we have a Blue Zerg player, his teammate. It is gimpboi with a Zergling spinning portrait. Going early pool here. I think that's a 12 pool. Top side, we have Team Joker, a blue Cerulean Terran player, BillNye, the science guy. Bill. And then we have a Protoss player here, MACHINEBerg. So these guys are on the same clan, NITFB, so maybe this is one of my patrons here for $10 a month, which gives them the right to send any replay to me once a month, and I will cast it and put it on the channel, just like Liveraith and Rocket and Mac Winston. Got a good cadre of Tier 2 patrons. Again, Patreon is a good way to support me monthly because I have a grandfathered contract for Patreon. I've been there since 2015, which is 10 years ago now. So they take a small, tiny portion of your donation and pledge every single month. I want to say it's like maybe 1% or maybe even less than that. So if you pledge to me at $1 a month, a couple pennies come out of it, and then I get 98 cents. So that is a good deal for me. It's a good deal for you. So again, if you want to support me monthly, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin is the place to be. All right, dude. Ling's heading out at this early pool here. So we don't have a shared base, but it's a very narrow wall that you need to do to block Zerglings, and MACHINEBerg is not doing it. BillNye is doing it. We've got a Reaper, and we've got Slowlings. One Reaper can kill infinite Slowlings, and here we go. Nothing. Are we supply blocked? MACHINEBerg. Hurry, pull the probes, zap the lings, zap them, I say. Hurry, Reaper, come help. Come help, Reaper. There we go. So the Reaper is going to kill all of these Zerglings with a little bit of micro. Chrono boosting out Adepts. Excellent idea here. And, there we go. The Adepts are here, the Reapers are here, and the Zerglings are dead. 6 lings down for 2 probes, man. 6 lings. 8 lings down for an SCV and 2 probes. Blech indeed here. And Roach Warren off of 2 bases and double gas, as we have seen here. So gimpboi is planning on being super aggressive. Wow. Holy smokes, what else died? An enemy Reaper from Bonzey. Right about here. Alright, Bonzey. We've got ourselves a command center with a Brood War skin. Got ourselves a second base. So 2 bases for Team South, 1 base each for Team North. And a command center coming in for BillNye, the science guy. On PBS when I was a kid, or maybe... when did BillNye show up? Sometime in the 90s, but in 1990, I was 8 years old, and by the year 2000, I was 18. So it could be when I was a kid. It could be when I was a teenager. I think I was maybe 12 years old when BillNye the Science Guy showed up on PBS. In the Salt Lake Valley back then, there were 2 PBS stations, one affiliated with Brigham Young University and the other one with the University of Utah. So we had a plethora of programs to choose from if you didn't have cable, as my family did not. Just over-the-air programming. CBS, Fox, NBC, ABC, Telemundo, and PBS. 2 channels. So Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? We had Arthur, educational program, and Widowmine. Cha-chow! Ha ha ha! Speaking of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, I did play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego at a twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin. The VOD is at my new 3rd gaming channel for non-StarCraft content, and there's a link in the description if you want to see that. So Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the 1985 game remastered in 1991 to coincide with the children's game show that was on PBS, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Man, such a nice time, the 90s, isn't it? All right, man. So Oracle here, and Oracle, bam! Taken down by this Widowmine. Good pull of these SCVs from Bonzey. A lot of Widowmines here from Bonzey. Are we going mass Widowmine? We are! We are going mass Widowmine here from Bonzey after that Reaper. And maybe a Widowmine drop here. Oh, nope, Liberator. So it's a Liberator and Widowmine strategy here. Oh, nice surround there from gimpboi on BillNye's Hellion. And yeah, BillNye teaching kids science. And I have seen the memes and the recollections of kids that are a little bit younger than me saying that, hey, in science class, they used to show us BillNye episodes. And I'm like, huh, I never did that. I had to watch BillNye on my own time to learn about gravity and how atoms are built and all that super fun stuff. Oceans, what's in the ocean, and how lights and all sorts of great stuff. Space. I am a smart person now because of public broadcasting system, I guess. Anyway, we got ourselves 2 base to 2 base. 3rd base coming up here from gimpboi. Bonzey is here. This is Reclamation. I think it's the first time I've cast a game on this map. No Zelnaga Watchtowers. Phoenix here from a machine. But a lot of rocks that you can destroy. And a lot of places you can expand. It's a fairly long rush distance. But that did not help Machine to wall off before the Ling showed up, did it? So, a lot of Phoenix here off of 1 Stargate. And let's play a game. Who is my patron in this 2v2? We have 4 options. I'm pretty sure it's somebody who wins, but we do not know who wins here at this early stage, do we? We have 0 idea. 3rd base here from Bonzey. And still making Widowmines to Vikings, and we've got a Thor that just finished up here. So really weird composition, man. Bam! Widowmine killing an Observer. More Widowmines here. And Drilling Claws already researched. This is a man committed to Widowmines. And we got a Marine Tank Medevac. Very, very common stuff here from BillNye. Taking down the 3rd hatch of gimpboi. And taking down this Widowmine. Get out of here. Taking down this Viking. That's why Marine and Marauder and Siege Tank is such a popular thing here. It can take down pretty much anything, any composition. That Thor, bam, just burned down so fast. So fast. Cutting back to the Siege Tank. Excellent micro here from BillNye, and this Liberator flies into a missile turret. That's a-okay. We've got Phoenix lifting and killing Bonzey's SCVs. There's action all over the place. Bonzey, set up in defender mode. You can kill, there we go. You can kill SCVs, or nope. Okay, so dead before we killed any SCVs. This is a lower level game. Lifting and killing Widowmines is a dangerous occupation. Lifting and it killed it anyway. That attack went off while it was being lifted up. So terrible. Where did the tank go? Yeah, he lost the tank. All right, fair enough. Rallying here is BillNye, and with a medevac with 24 hit points, we're going to go ahead and try a drop here inside the Zerg's base. Blink is on the way from Machine. We've got a mech coming out here from Bonzey. Siege tanks. We've got upgrades for tanks. We've got Vikings. And everything is a-okay, man. Kapa, 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 kapa. And flying the medevac into a spore, so it's dead. A little bit of an excellent pull there of drones here from gimpboi. And yeah, so losing 2 spores and a little bit of mining time to this drop, I think that is not a bad reaction here from gimpboi. More Marines and Marauders. Widowmine. Gah! Oh, gosh. Brutal stuff, dude. Roaches. Oh, and taking down the siege tank. Roaches are excellent against Marines. Not as good against Marauders, but until the Marines get 3 attack and 3 armor, Roaches are very, very good against that, especially if they have a +1 Carapace, which is coming up here from gimpboi. He's been watching ESLs and Home Story Cups and stuff. Nice Widowmine. And lifting up these Widowmines is the thing. Lifting up a siege tank. Here are these Phoenix lifting up another siege tank. And here is the big engagement here. Roaches versus Stalkers and Phoenix. Marines and Marauders. Team South is in a lot of trouble here. Lifting up that tank again from Bonzey. What is the tank count here from Bonzey? I want to say it's 0. Lifting off his third base, floating it, running it away. We've got Roaches and Hydras onto the high ground. Another lift. Oh, that canceled because of a Widowmine striking a Phoenix. Holy smokes, what is going on here? This is so close. Stalkers, Marines, and Marauders versus a siege tank that has, I want to say, 0 kills. That siege tank has kills. Nice blink there from MACHINEBerg. Oh, Widowmines firing all of the time here. We do have an observer from Team North and another observer. So these Widowmines should not be taking anybody by surprise here. Marines and Marauders versus Queens. Excellent transfusing here. These Lings are trickling in 2 or 3 at a time. Not a very good thing there. And what happened to those Stalkers? I think they got taken down by siege tanks and Widowmines, I guess. I guess indeed. So let's see, 90 and 70 supply for BillNye and Machine, 60 supply for Bonzey and 84 for gimpboi. This is an aggressive 2v2, but that is the nature. That is the nature of 2v2. It is too insane. Too insane in the membrane. Fleet Beacon is on the way. We got ourselves charged, being researched by MACHINEBerg 2. BillNye racks, spending his money pretty effectively, and has the third base down this way. So Team North, I think, might have the upper hand at this point. 3 bases for both players. Knocked down to 2 bases. gimpboi knocked it down to 2 bases. Here's Bonzey trying to reland this third base out in the open where it's a little bit scary to do so. Observer pop it in to see what's going on, and will recognize there's a command center floating in here eventually. These drones are long distance mining and not having a great time. Oh, actually, hang on. Unsieged siege tank going to die very easily. Drones are going to get out of there because the weird hodgepodge Queen Roach Ravager army that's not quite exactly all together here is going to shut this thing down. No splash damage because who needs splash damage, says gimpboi, not me. Marines have upgrades. They've got 1-1 stim combat shield and medevacs. Good stuff for them so far. Further upgrades not happening, but we are making 6 Marines at a time. Charge loads on a siege tank. The repair on the siege tank. Brave boys there, those SCBs. Excellent stuff. Hoorah! This is one heck of a match. I gotta say, this is a fun one to send in, patron. Again, not sure who you are. I'm not gonna say your real name on stream, but, you know, Bonzey, gimpboi, MACHINEBerg, BillNye, whoever you are. Actually, I don't stipulate you have to send me one of your replays. You can send it a replay from a pro player or one of your friends if you want. Whoever it is, I'll cast it no matter what. Sport took down another medevac, and once again, a small, tiny drops in here from BillNye that's getting work done, but will get cleaned up fairly easily, too. As these Zerglings have speed and a Carapace upgrade, and the Hydras have everybody shares the Carapace upgrade here. Roaches and whatnot. Weird mule call down. What is this mule call down from Bonzey? I don't know. I guess for repair purposes, that siege tank seems okay. That's a huge mule call down on this third base. Falling back. APM check. 180 from BillNye. 135 and 151 from Bonzey and gimpboi. 118 from MACHINEBerg. Yeah, Team North's economy is just doing way better. This third base is getting hit hard. Lifting and killing a bunch of these Hydras. Phoenix are really good at this. You don't have enough Hydras to burn down those Phoenix fast. They will lift and kill every one of your Hydras very quickly because they do bonus versus light, and Hydras are light. Another big engagement here. Trying to lift and kill a siege tank. Phoenix will do it eventually. They just don't do bonus versus things that aren't light. Another drop down this way. BillNye loves his drops. And everybody dies again. It's not exactly doom drops or anything. Phoenix versus Vikings is a pretty fun battle, too. Taking one of them out. Scrap-tastic. Third base getting replanted from gimpboi. Fourth base from Bonzey coming along the left side. Can he? He can. He can totally save this. This Roach Hydra stuff at gimpboi is actually pretty good here against Phoenix, against small groups of Marines and Marauders and stuff. What the enemy's bringing at him is great. Once again, BillNye shows up with a small army. It's not huge by any stretch. He needs more workers, probably. He's got 62 workers. Maybe he needs to, like, gather up his dudes a little bit. Stop me if you heard this one, but he's going to get stopped here. He's going to pick up and drop inside the main base again. For the third or maybe the fourth time today in only 15 minutes. He's made an effort of it. BillNye expanding down the left side. Nice for a fourth base of his own. Machine's got a fourth base rocking over here. We're getting into crazy, crazy macro stuff. There is that fleet beacon, but still just making Phoenix. Does he have an eye on pulse crystals? No, he doesn't even have the range upgrade for the Phoenix, which would be good. Again, tiniest, like the littlest drops here from BillNye today. He's trying to do what he can. But then a superior Roach Hydra force shows up and kills everybody. And I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of these drops are other than to try to kill a few things. BillNye expanding again. Bonzey's got a planetary. Yep, planetary here. Kind of hard to tell when it's... There you go. There are the guns. Planetary here in the Brood War skin. Not my favorite thing in the world, but hey, it looks totally fine. gimpboi building some spores up that side because he's been dropped through this angle so many times. He needs to put a stop to it right now. Bonzey, 146. Machine, 141, 123, and 122 for BillNye and gimpboi. Pretty much even supplies here. Resources lost, 13,000 for Bill. 12,000 for MACHINEBerg, 14 for Bonzey, and 8,900 for gimpboi. So yeah, I'd say there are teams that have players on each team that have lost a bunch, players on each team that haven't lost as much. Charge lot, just a small charge lot attack, running into a position that is utterly well defended by gimpboi. He's right on top of it. That is not a place to send zealots. Scans in. BillNye scan. You can tell the ring is his color. That's a fairly recent update to StarCraft 2. Is you can tell whose scan it is based on the color of the ring on the scan. Planetary, heck no. Heck no, not against this much Marine Marauder. Definitely not. Burning it down. Burning down the countryside. Burning the peoples. Trogdor was here, and that is a big, big advantage for BillNye. Wiping that base out, looking good. Is Machine just honestly building nothing but Phoenix today? I'm a little bit concerned about him. I guess he has Archons and Immortals and High Templar now. Never mind, we're good. I love this High Templar idea versus this Roach Hydra. It's going to be excelente. He has Storm, he does. There we go. Storm, Storm. Ouch. Couple siege tanks back there, though. Charge lots, dragging Widow Mines, and the Phoenix Ball took a hit. Storm causing major problems as well. A moving into this, attack moving into it, Setter stepping into it, doing a lot of damage, but a lot of stuff died there, too. A tiny drop inside the main base of Bonzey from BillNye. He likes splitting his units up. These Widow Mines are actually doing great. Siege tanks and Widow Mines, man. Who knew? Who knew how good these units were? Not me. Not even close. Muscular augments, or Hydra range is actually coming in with there. Hydra range and Hydra speed coming in. Now from gimpboi, that research is on the way. More and more siege tanks and Widow Mines and missile turrets. From Bonzey, Planetary Fortress over here for BillNye. Another expansion over this way from Machine. And this should... I feel like Team North has all the advantages here, as long as they don't walk right into Widow Mines, as they sort of continue to keep doing here. Bonzey trying to re-expand over this way. Oh, that Widow Mine gets a hit anyway, even though it did die before the... Man, before the animation finished. That's insanity. I don't know how gimpboi got Lings up here, but he did. It's a couple Lings without Adrenal hacking away at a Nexus. They'll get there, unless cannons kill them. Yeah, unless anything shows up, in fact, they will get there. More Hydras. We're getting centrifugal hooks for the 0 Banelings that exist on the map right now from gimpboi. But hey, he's like, you know what? I've got lair tech. Might as well get things that require lair tech, like centrifugal hooks. The siege tanks of Bonzey looking good. He's got upgrades on those. By that I mean he's got +2 on the siege tanks. Not many other upgrades, but he does have the tank upgrades. Dude, BillNye's expanding down this left side in a place that I technically think is Boozy's. He was here earlier anyway. It's so far away from his main, I imagine it's somebody else's. Dude, save it. Save it. Ah, just threw a cancel down. Protoss doesn't quite want to charge in there. Machine getting up to 173 supplies. Almost maxed out. Got a lot of charge lots. These Widow Mines are going to thin out those charge lots and the Adepts pretty effectively here. Adepts really lose their effectiveness as the game goes on here. I'm not sure what they're intended to do. They're terrible against siege tanks, roaches, okay against hydras, I guess. He's like trying to trigger the Widow Mines with Adepts and get them to fire. He's like doing zealot bombing on the tanks with Adepts that he's shading in. That's kind of genius. Dude, that is zealot bombing for the year 2025. Brilliant, brilliant plays here from MACHINEBerg. That was very cool. I hope you're my patron. That was awesome. He's doing it again. Yeah, I was like, Adepts have no utility at this stage of the game, and they're wiping out tanks. I mean, the suicide bombing tanks, but sure, the tanks are dying anyway. He's trying to trigger Widow Mines before they hit giant clumps of zealots. This is genius stuff. Look at these Widow Mines, man. He's like, ah, crap, there's a million more Widow Mines over here. Sure, why not? A lot of Immortals to deal with these siege tanks. Storm should be dealing with the Zerg. Feedback on the Overseers. I don't think that's the best use of your energy there. Maybe Storms are going to be better. Yes! More and more Storms. Absolutely. Yeah, this combination is looking really strong. The Immortals crushing through buildings, crushing through siege tanks, killing roaches so hard right now. These are what Immortals were built for, is to take down siege tanks generally. I mean, that's the whole idea behind them. When they were designed back in Wings of Liberty is how do we deal with tanks as Protoss? And we gave them the Immortal to the point that mech is no longer good in StarCraft 2, where it was everything in Brood War and still is. What a complete change of meta these Immortals gathered here. So anyway, Team South not looking good. He's making roaches against these Immortals and these High Templar and the Hydras and the Storm and the Widow Mines. Not quite enough. Yeah, those Widow Mines are not going to die to a single Storm. I love the basic attack on the High Templar as they get whittled out because they were given basic attack because Protoss were A-moving their High Templar into enemy units there and enemy armies, and so they gave them something that would prevent them from A-moving. And yeah, it's just, if anything speaks to Protoss A-moving strategies, especially in lower leagues, that is it. That is the thing. Do they give it to Infestors? So Infestors and Vipers don't A-move into the enemy? No, it's only High Templar we are concerned about. Widow Mines! They're so good. They are so good. That tank is going to die. Zealot armor upgrades are pretty good. Yeah, 3-3-2 on these Zealots. They're a little tankier than you would expect them to be. Big army. Widow Mines getting hits. We don't care. Widow Mine gets another big hit. No, don't care. No planetary this time. It didn't help us last time. And that's it. Boozy, GG's out. Boo! BillNye and MACHINEBerg are our winners in 23 minutes and 20 seconds. Really, really fun 2v2. I love the idea of using Adept Shades to basically bomb siege tanks. I guess the problem with that is, like I said about 2 minutes ago, is that tanks aren't really used that much versus Protoss. So there's really not as much a reason to do it. But in team games where the enemy has siege tanks, because they're pretty good against Marines and Marauders and stuff, then yeah, absolutely, absolutely do that strategy. I want to see more of that. So it's either BillNye or MACHINEBerg who are my patrons. Either one of them, I am proud to have them as part of the group at patreon.com/FalconPaladin at tier 2, which is $10 US a month. Might have to convert that to your own local currency, but it's cool nevertheless. So GG. Resources lost, 34,000 from Boozy, 31,000 from MACHINEBerg, 22 and 22 for gimpboi and BillNye. So yes, Team South lost more, but it wasn't by a ginormous amount. I think it was mostly base killing and worker killing. That was the problem. 29 drones died. 80 SCVs died for Boozy. Oh. And on the other side, 3 probes, 1 SCV for our winners. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for economic purposes. They're just expanding everywhere. They're holding on to this base. No, they're not. They killed this base, but this exists, and this, 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 and so many bases. Great expanding here from Team North. It was aggressive early. They held some aggression from Team South. And I just think gimpboi needed some splash damage of some kind. Fungals, maybe, banelings, lurkers would have been nice. Really stuck on everything that's single target here. Roaches, hydras, zerglings, like no options that do splash. Ultralisks would have been good in this game, but did not happen. Didn't happen from him. Kind of weird strategy, that early Ling stuff into early Roach Warren, and never really got the economy going he wanted. He had a third base by the end of the game, but at 23 minutes, that's not enough. You need a fourth base, fifth base, if you're going to keep up with this. So yeah, starve the enemy out. The drops were a little anemic, again, from BillNye, but if you're trying to keep your enemy's attention at home, not a bad way to go. So that was a lot of fun. Thanks for sending it in. Good Patreon cast. Well, good Patreon game, and a great cast, Falcon. Yes, thank you, Falcon. Obama giving himself a medal.meme. Yeah, 48 workers at this base is probably too many, but yeah, he's got a lot of other stuff going on here. Actually, where does he... I don't know where he's supposed to put all these workers. He's mined out of everything else. He needed this base. Anyway, GG! Thanks again for sending it in. That's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.